Hi, I'd like to show you that Lord God is a merciful and just judge. Okay? I'd like to compare him, in fact, to a judge, and me to a thief. So I, the thief, I say I'm sorry, and I will never do it again. To the judge I say this for stealing. The judge, Lord God, says he forgives me, but that doesn't completely take away my punishment. It takes away most of my punishment, hell, because Jesus died on the cross for us, but there's still some to pay, earthly punishment. If, however, the thief doesn't do all of the earthly punishment, she, because I'm talking like me, for example, I'm not a thief, but I used to be a bit. She will need to do the time in purgatory if she doesn't do the earthly payments. This is because Lord God is just and merciful. And I'll show you an example of an unmerciful judge. So, unmerciful judge would send the thief straight to hell, even though the thief repented. Truly repented. You don't care. Straight to hell for disobedience. Straight to hell even though you repented. Just to have some, like, dominance and laughs. Oh, ha ha ha. Yeah. Checkmate. And I'll also give you an example of a merciful but unjust judge, which God is not. Such a judge would tell the thief that repented to do penance on earth, but if the thief doesn't do it, the judge wouldn't put him in purgatory. Such judge isn't firm. Such judge doesn't respect himself, because the thief disrespects him by not doing what the judge told him to, and the judge is okay with it. Like, that God is not like that. God is firm. God is just. God says to do something and you must do it. Okay? Repenting is not enough. We must try to make up for the damage we cause to others, ourselves, and not God. This is not to say that all suffering is punishment, okay? Not all suffering is punishment, okay? We must suffer in order to grow in patience, in order to be more obedient to Lord God. I'm talking about this because so today there was a reading. Okay, I'm talking about this because of something else, but also because of this led me to that, and then so I'll tell you about this. So there was a reading in church today. The priest afterwards was the reading. He was talking about was making comparisons, and he was talking about David, how even though David repented of his sins because he lusted after a woman, he committed he committed fornication, and she committed adultery, and then he killed her husband because he wanted to hide his sin. So even though he repented of his sins, he he repented of his sins, but even so, the Lord God, he struck his child. He made his child sick. And then he went on his knees and he begged God and he fasted. And even so, God still killed the child. And why? Because this is the penance. Here you go. This is the punishment you get for disobeying me. Okay? And also, I'm talking about this because I think it turns out that I'm gonna have to do a whole year of psychotherapy. Even though I already waited a bit over a year to get my daughter back, and I still might have to wait another year because of my over and over repeatedly committing a serious mortal sin, living in disobedience to Lord God. She's living with these horrible people who abusing her, and I cannot do anything, and it really hurts me. And I was angry at God today. I was really angry at him because he says in the Bible that this is quick, but then he says, oh, next year you'll get her, but this is quick. And you know he's just because what I've done is just repeatedly offending him so much. I'm lucky he doesn't put me now into hell. I'm very lucky because he's so good. And I'm still not gonna do that much because the psychiatrist was saying, oh, I think you should do a year and a half, but then he didn't write that. He wrote, God made him write, you need to do at least a year. That's what Lord God made him write. So he didn't write his opinion. Lord God made him write what Lord God wanted him to write. So I should be grateful for that, because I could be doing more punishment, because what I've done is just so sickening. You don't know why, or maybe I don't know, but it's just over and over. For like 3.5 years I was just living in mortal sin, just disgusting. I wish I didn't do that. It is my fault, because I didn't have to. I'm not a robot. Anyway, so yeah, God is merciful and just in his punishments, and he loves us. He loves us very much. He loves us so much, he died for us, okay? So we must be grateful. Otherwise, God is not going to be mocked. It says in the Bible somewhere, God is not going to be mocked, okay? Like, I'm not mocking him, If he doesn't punish me, I'll be forever grateful, honestly. But, what I've done is really wrong, and I'm just like, yeah. Me loving him would be me submitting to his punishment. That's what we mean by love. That's what God means by love. Whatever he throws our way, we must be okay with it. We must take up a cross, okay? Please subscribe, like, and share. This is very important. Okay, I give you hope. God uses me to give you hope. Bye.